Why do we hesitate to change our answers in the exam from wrong to correct? Do you know what the real problem is? It is that we do not hesitate to change our answers. No, the problem is that we hesitate to reconsider. I swear, my friend, when he said this sentence, I felt as if I was slapped. In my entire 12 years of study, and the 4 in university, is that I never reviewed my answers after the exam. Do you know what it means? It means that once I solve a question, I never review it again throughout my life. Even if I doubt my answer, I doubt it while solving the question, and if I want to change it, I change it while solving the question. Once I solve it and finish it, the matter is over. I never review it. I was wondering why I did not get a full mark. I was supposed to review the exam, and I was supposed to reconsider, and I did not hesitate to change the answer. I was hesitant to reconsider. Oh, Adam Grant? Adam said that he conducted an experiment on the first choice fallacy and said that they brought hundreds of students and gave them a lecture about this phenomenon and warned them to be careful when you reach the stage of doubting your answer. So reconsider, and this is normal. Change the answer. Don't be afraid. Don't rush. He said that after the lecture and the 2 tests that were conducted after the lecture, they noticed that the students were also struggling to change the results and that they doubted some answers but did not change them. The reason behind this, my dear, is that we are lazy. We prefer the comfort of conviction to the discomfort of doubt. We walk easily obsessed with beliefs rather than the difficulty of changing them. I swear, my dear, this talk is destructive. Let me give you an example. We laugh at people who are still using Windows 95, and we still hold beliefs that we haven't changed it since 1995. We laugh at people who listen to classic songs. We laugh at people who are still using gadgets that are 10 or 15 years old and hold beliefs that we haven't changed them in 10, 15, 20 years or more. There are people, my dear, who live 40 or 50 years and hold the same beliefs. In the book Who Moved the Cheese, it talks about people who are stuck in time and that this is something very painful and harmful, and whoever does not change dies. So our world that we live in today, my dear, it is changing, man. We see it. We see it every day. The great change that is happening in this world. Every year, it is different from the year before it. The world is changing. The world is changing. We still hold the same beliefs and do not change them. By God, my dear.
This is what is happening. My uncle, may God have mercy on him, died a year ago. He used to play PlayStation every week, maybe twice a week. And every time we came to play, he would change the controller settings to the settings we used to play with in the 90s on the Super Nintendo. I swear to God, this is what is happening. Do you know where the joke is? When we were in the council, we would laugh at him, saying, "Oh, your hand is old, uncle. Change it." And now we play FIFA 20, 21, and 22, and we still change the settings to winning 11 on the PlayStation 2. Man, how can someone not see the similarity between him and the person he is laughing at? He is changing for the 90s, and you are changing for the early 2000s. I realized this before I filmed this episode. Today, I am writing this episode. I say, let's look for examples, and when I came to this example, I mentioned my uncle. I laugh at him, and I'm like him. This is about tools, so what about beliefs? And I always tell you, my dear, change is a result of a change in thought, and I try to revive my life with every book I read. I try to look for patterns or situations that have happened in my life, which reflects what he says, and I discovered that my life's feelings came about because of rethinking some of the ideas I had. I will give you an example. I have bothered you. I am standing in front of you filming an episode, and you are looking at me now because I rethought my source of income, and I said no. My source of income cannot be just my job. It has to be my job and something else. And when I searched for something else that I am good at, I found YouTube. Hello, my life has changed. My life has not changed just because I made this decision. No, my life and the life of my family at home. And I am sure that I have not only changed my life and the life of my family at home, or been affected by it. I am sure that the lives of my children in the future will be affected by this decision. And what is this decision? And what is the source of this decision? It is rethinking views. All my life I thought that a job was the biggest investment and the best source of income. that this is what I was trying to study for and excel in my studies for. And I was trying hard to improve until I reconsidered and discovered that I was wrong. This does not mean that a job is bad, don't get me wrong, but it certainly may not be the best way for you. By the way, the best way may be a job for someone else, right? It may be this is the best option, but this doesn't apply to all of us, so we have to rethink. Man, you have to rethink the job itself.
For example, this is the best lesson my manager gave me. May God bless you with a million blessings. He told me that if your situation does not change within 2 years, then know that you have a problem. You must get out of the situation you are in. This is the advice that made me rethink. I swear to God, may God bless you. The same applies to the employee. For example, I have worked for 2 or 3 years. Whatever the mood, I notice that your situation has not changed or improved. Rethink. Maybe the company you work for does not suit you. Maybe the job you work in does not suit you. This means that the field you work in may not be your field or the field in which you really develop and improve. Man, I had engineers next to me. We are all engineers, and some of us are very creative in things other than engineering. Those who are creative in business, those who are creative in design, those who are creative in photography, those who are creative in sports. We are all different, so it is not necessary that the field you work in is the best choice for you. I mean, I swear to God, I was watching interviews yesterday. Someone was conducting interviews like this with people on the street. I am one of the people who honestly like these clips because I like to see how people think. So he asked someone on the street, "Hello, how are you?" He said, "How long have you been in New York?" She said, 2 years now. He said, "Well, what are you doing in New York? What made you move to New York?" She said, "Studying." He said, "Nice. What is your major?" She said, "Business administration, business administration." He said, "Well, do you like the major?" She said, "No." He said, "Why?" She said, "It's boring, honestly." He said, "Well, have you thought about changing it?" She said, "No." He said, "Why?" She said, "It's smart. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's good to have a degree in business administration." What do you think, my friend? Of course you didn't look back and you didn't think again. Although everything around you, my beautiful friend, can give you signs that this path is not good for you. This path is not good. I mean, for example, I know I gave you a lot of examples, but I swear to God, it's important. People spend 3, 4, 5 years and they don't find a job. They apply to dozens of companies and no company accepts them. I mean, for example, there is no interview, not even a single job. Well, if you have a problem with your CV, or you have a problem with the way you present yourself, the problem might be with your CV. You have to change. You have to develop. You will find that the CV is the same. I mean, the CV you submitted to dozens of companies didn't work out, but you still held on to it and didn't look back or think about it and never said, "I swear to God, the CV might be incomplete, or the certificates I obtained, or the skills I possess aren't enough. I might need to develop. I might need to work on myself more." He doesn't think. He doesn't even change the format of the CV. So if you are one of them, think again and analyze your personal life and others. And I will tell you something that hurts too. The CV might be a bad way. Have you seen someone who uses Windows 95? The same person who still believes that CV is the best way to present yourself for jobs. I said this once on stage at one of the annual gala dinners of the company I worked for. It was a 10-minute speech. I was talking about the CV being considered an old tool or skill, stuck in the old days. Have you seen someone who used to advertise jobs in newspapers? Imagine with me that there is a person even today who is still looking for jobs in newspapers. Imagine where they live. In the past, right? A stick in the past. And I used to tell them that the best way today is not everyone has to be creative, but the best way today to present your skills and knowledge is to present content on social media. And I told them it shouldn't be on Twitter. It doesn't have to be on Instagram. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. But at least it has to be on LinkedIn, which is the first, most prominent, and leading platform in the job market. I swear, my beautiful friend, I know people who have been looking for a job for years. It's not about presenting content on LinkedIn.